What's up everyone, welcome back to my top 10 setups of the day series. Before we get started, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel to see more of these amazing setups. We're starting off this video with a super creative setup from user It's Milk Tea, who decided to take their clothes out of their closet and make a built-in battle station. This setup is absolutely adorable and unique, and it features a single Dell monitor, a keyboard with the impressive GMK botanical keycaps and desk mat, a Logitech mouse, and a set of Kanto Yumi speakers. The plant decor goes very nicely with the botanical themed build, and the Asahi neon sign adds some night light as well as some colour variation. This setup is not only super creative, but it definitely goes to show that the best builds aren't always the most flashy. Our next setup from nothing is not only super cozy, but it was captured on a nice rainy day after getting a new keyboard. That main display is an Asus PG348Q, and for peripherals they're rocking a GMK Model O wireless mouse, an IMK corner split keyboard with Helios switches, and an SA Bliss keycaps. The desk itself is an electric standing desk, and the chair is the wonderful Herman Miller M-body. The OP's PC consists of an O11D mini case, a 5600X, an NHD15, a 3080 Founders Edition, and an Asus B550F. This setup is not only a fantastic setup in terms of its amazing gear, but the lighting and theming makes it seem a super cozy place to relax in after a long day. If you're a fan of having multiple displays, then get ready for this shocking work from home developer setup submitted by user Triskite. Listing off their displays, we're looking at two 5120 by 1440 49-inch CRG9 monitors, a 1920 by 1080 15.6-inch touchscreen over to the left, a 1080p convertible R7371T Acer laptop that's 13.3 inches, and a 1280 by 800 Dell laptop on the right that's about 8 inches, plus an Elgato Stream Deck. Moving away from the monitors just for a moment, you can see they're also using a Logitech mouse. This stunning display of screens has over 20 million pixels, and it seems like exactly what you would need as a developer working from home in these weird times. Coming up next is this very pastel setup from Anko and Ikea that has some unreal levels of adorableness and cuteness. In a large contrast to our last spot on the list, this build is using a single monitor display in the form of a Gigabyte G34 WQC 34-inch ultra-wide monitor on a white Vivo monitor arm. Below the monitor we've got a Razer mouse and custom keyboard made from KBD67 case, linear pink switches, and a mix of Star Wars Orbesh and 9009 keycaps, resting on a GMK 9009 desk mat. The pastel colour scheme mixed with the wonderful use of Ikea SCADIS pegboards as functional decor makes this build both cute and calm. Coming in at our number 6 spot is this sweet minimalistic build from Personal J. Here we've got a dual monitor setup featuring a BenQ EX2510 monitor, as well as a Dell S2421H monitor. Next to that sweet custom keyboard, you can see the instantly recognisable Logitech mouse on a really cool map mousepad. In the OP's PC on the right, they've got an Asus GTX 1070, a Gigabyte B550M Aorus AM4, and 16GB of Corsair Vengeance LPX RAM. The gear in this setup is not only stunning, but it also helps add to the minimalist atmosphere of the setup, and it truly helps complement the whole build while still being functional and productive. This next build from Tyler Branch somehow manages to be both pastel yet neon at the same time. Right off the bat, this setup has some of the most impressive lighting that we've seen, and it's easily one of the coolest nanoleaf configurations that we've ever featured. Looking at that actual gear, flanking each side of the single display setup is a set of cute acoustic speakers, or if you like your audio to come through a more intimate headset, we also have a pair of the iconic Beat headphones. Below all of this we have what appears to be a Logitech mouse with some sweet RGB that fits the light and bright theme of this build's lighting perfectly. We're going for a much more neon vibe with this next build from SJ Monomain. The ambience on this setup is immaculate, and it's very much helped by the stunning lighting coming from all of the peripherals, including the wallpapers, the monitor backlighting, and from that glorious Model O mouse. Not only do we have the RGB lighting from the peripherals, but the actual PC itself also has some colour to it that adds to the entire build. but it also helps blend the PC into the build and not make it look too awkward or out of place. Lastly, we can't move on from the build without mentioning that iconic desk with the Calby countertop and Alex drawers from Ikea. Our next entry comes to us from VMQ, and it also sticks to that neon theme, though in a much different way. The fantastic L-shaped desk comes from Ikea, and it features the Alex drawers and the Al dislikes. On top of the desk you can spot a Logitech mouse, and over to the right we've got the OP's PC, which includes what looks to be an NZXT case. Pulled out from the desk is a comfortable looking no-access gaming chair. At our second to last spot in this list is a super fun and bright build from user Kurt the Human. This setup features at least one Asus ROG monitor, a sweet Ducky 1.2 Mini SF keyboard, a Logitech mouse, and to top it all off an SM7B microphone. The lighting in this build is phenomenal, and it's accomplished with Philips Hue Play lights that look astonishing when bounced off of the 3D wall panels. The ambience in this room is perfect, and it seems great for some late night gaming sessions. Last but undoubtedly not least is this super trippy and psychedelic build from the aptly named user Psychedelic Poorhouse. Between the art, the blacklight, that stunning tapestry on the ceiling, and those camouflaged nanoleaf lights, this setup is an absolute treat for the eyes, and it's a very unique take on the fairly common neon theming. Even their peripherals fit the theme super well, with the red dragon mouse resting on what appears to be a large Razer RGB mousepad. I'm a really big fan of this setup, and I hope we see some other people do their take on a psychedelic setup in the future. And that is the end of the video. Check out the description for a list of a lot of the gear that I've mentioned. If you want to see more of these incredible setups, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss the next episode. Leave a comment down below on which setup you think should have been number 1.